Episode of One Patriots Place brought to you by the E2G Sport Network. Thank you for listening. Please do not forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Today you have just him and me, I'm afraid, folks. Yes, it is the illustrious Thomas
Her
Murph
idea.
Murphy
This
and
is her
myself, Claire
idea.
Clausy, Claire Cooper. As
It's
we
all her
bring you,
idea.
this is the off season now. We're properly in the off season. It may have been off season before, but now it is the off season
Yep.
because this show will not be 100% Patriots, folks. I put that out on Twitter. We were asking for random questions as such.
Yeah,
So
let's get
yes,
random.
it will not be one Patriots Place solid because let's be honest, there isn't that much to talk about. We will hit a couple of Patriots topics. We did have a couple of Patriots type questions from listeners, so we do appreciate that. So we will cover that. So we will start off with Patriots.
I want to hold on. I want to thank everybody for keeping the questions within the boundaries of good taste.
Did you really expect anything dodgy? I did not.
I did. I expected at least 2 questions of what color underwear are you wearing, or boxers or briefs and
Do you
stuff
want
like.
to
And that
tell
didn't happen.
everybody what color underwear you're wearing?
Yeah, today it's red. It's red. I try to match my t-shirts every day. It's red.
We aren't even 2 minutes in,
Red
and look what I have to deal with.
Do I know any lawyers? Yes, Chris. I have several lawyers on retainer, on that follow me on the Twitter. Yep. Yep. And they are all working diligently on my behalf and how to get my man Jack out of prison. Free Jack.
Oh.
Free Jack.
Hold on. Free him? Do
Yeah.
you not think what he did was stupid?
Oh, I do. I think it was stupid, but I don't think he should go to prison for being stupid. Okay, does anybody here honestly think that Jack Jones had any ill intent, or this was just effing moronic of him?
Okay, let me just do the specifics because I wrote them down in essence of this show because we know that you're a Jack Jones adorer. I didn't quite realize it reached this level, but as probably most Patriots fans are aware, and if not, Jones was arrested on Friday. So this was last Friday. We are taping on Tuesday, the 20th of June, with 2 guns found in his carry-on at security checkpoint at Logan Airport.
Right.
Now, the charges are including unlawful possession of a firearm, carrying a loaded firearm, possession of a large capacity feeding device, I'm assuming that means the extended mags that he had, and possession of ammunition without a firearm ID card. Now,
Claire, talking about extended mags,
call HR now, right now. HR, get them on the line. This is going to be one of them shows, isn't it? But no, if he's convicted and sentenced, pretty sure with how it's all going to pan out, he probably isn't going to be. He's probably going to get a good lawyer, that kind of thing. But if he's convicted and sentenced consecutively on each charge, he could face up to 30 years in prison because of Massachusetts gun laws. Bail 50,000, and his arraignment is this week. Now, what doesn't help I want to say his reputation more than anything is what he tweeted out about a month ago.
Yeah.
We're talking May 15th or something along those lines, May 12th, with the tweet to, was it a basketball player?
Yeah, John Morant.
John Morant
was waving his guns around on social media, which I don't, is stupid again, but I don't think you should get suspended from your job for it.
Well, he flashed a handgun on Instagram for the second time, facing a 25-game suspension. And Jack Jones tweeted out, do you want me to read the tweet?
Go ahead.
Okay. Dumb you letting social media and your pride ruin your real money. Put them guns down and run that money up. Make one of your homies sign up for security or concealed carry if you need that back.
And then you turn around and get busted at Logan for carrying 2 loaded Glock 9s. We aren't talking about a Rhodes Scholar here.
I can't at all comprehend why he had to do it. I cannot get to the level of this is, I mean, the thing is, this is like touching on something that's
Yeah, he's
really,
at
really
court
very
now.
volatile at
Thanks,
the
buddy.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Buddy has just advised us he just arrived at court.
Mm.
I wonder if Buddy's on the scene. Have we got
Yeah.
live action from them?
Do we have live updates, bud?
Live camera from outside the courthouse.
Yeah,
But I
live
mean,
updates from the E2G founder outside the Suffolk
yeah,
courthouse.
sort of gun laws, gun crime. We're touching on something that is really a heavy subject, obviously,
Yep.
in the US. So we're not taking any of this lightly, folks. It was just to report what has gone on, what we have seen on social media, what has been reported in regards to Jack Jones and what has actually happened. So, yeah, it's all of it aside, it's just
Mm-hmm.
what was, and the worst thing is now that's it for his career, probably.
Yeah,
The Patriots aren't, there's a good chance the
it could
Patriots aren't
be.
keeping him.
It really could be. Well, if the Patriots don't keep him, somebody else is going to pick him up really quick. All right, because the kid is talented. Bill
If
drafted
he's so
him
talented, why has he done this? I'm sorry, but I
because he's
actually find this
stupid.
more offensive than maybe you
Why
do.
did he break into a Panda Express his sophomore year to get some orange chicken? Because he's stupid. All right, he has this is submoronic behavior. All right. If I'm Jack Jones today, I'm walking into the freaking courthouse with my girlfriend who's going to swear on a stack of Bibles that she packed his bags, thought he was driving home and not going to the airport. And this was all a giant misunderstanding. We are so sorry, Your Honor. We throw ourselves at your mercy. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's lawyer Murph talking right there. It was just stupid. There is no way, in no way, shape, or form that I'm going to think that Jack Jones brought those guns to that airport out of anything but stupidity. It sure as hell wasn't out of some malicious intent to overtake, the airplane. That's not what happened. And I'm not trying to undersell what he did, but on the stupid level. But to talk about throwing this kid in jail for 30 years is insane. To talk about walking away from him when you sat there as a team building concept, decided to go play paintball the day before. It was it was just dumb. And I can't stand the fact that the talking heads that are out there from 2 to 6 every afternoon are blaming this on Bill and what this does to Bill's reputation, and bringing up the sociopath in the past. That this is just Aaron Hernandez all over again. How freaking dare you?
Wow,
Yeah,
really? Someone is
yeah.
okay.
This is another Aaron Hernandez situation. And no, it's not. You cannot compare this to a murdering freaking psychopath that pulled the wool over everybody's eyes. That's not what this kid is.
Going back to what you said, blaming, regardless of what actually this is, in all fairness,
Right.
blaming Bill is pretty ridiculous. Now,
Yeah.
I feel that this is a very volatile subject, so I really would like to kind of push it on a little bit from it. It's staying within the same vein, because we had a question about it. We had a question from Mark from Scotland. How big a hole does the Jack Jones issue leave? So, for argument's sake,
Yep.
let's say that he is out for this year. Let's not go into all the specifics now, because like I said, it just feels too volatile to talk about. Let's say he's out for the year.
Mm-hmm.
With the signing of Gonzalez, how do you think that this is a big hole? I know it leaves a hole, but do you think that we're looking at something way less concerning now, considering we took a cornerback in the first round?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, far less concerning the fact that he said, but it's almost a wash. Okay, Gonzalez is light years. He is a lockdown number one corner. All
Mm-hmm.
right, or will become that. I'm not
Yeah.
expecting that out of him in his rookie season. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah, it lessens the hit. But the Patriots still need to go out and find another cornerback if Jones is not going to be here. Okay.
Mm.
We're
Mm.
going to have to wait to see. Now, personally, I would wait to see what the league has to say about his suspension and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. He could be suspended for an entire year. Who knows? But I would let the league handle that and just step away from it as a team. Just let the league do it. Yep, the league has
Oh
handed
no,
down this.
Joel. Oh,
And
Joel. Jalen Mills moves back to
kiss
corner
my
and Miles Bryant.
entire green ass, Shapiro. Okay? Okay?
I guess
God,
that's your answer,
go back
Joel.
go back to
Murph's
letting the
not
girls
happy with
ask
that.
your questions that we answered yesterday on Locked On Patriots. But no, stop it. Stop it. But yeah, it does leave a hole, and I'm calling Marcus Peters right now. I am. I'm calling Marcus Peters as soon as possible. Free agent cornerback could come in here on a dime and pick up this defense and be able to go out there and be a professional. It does. Jack Jones is probably the number 3 or at the very worst 4 cornerback in this system right now, and you can't take that away from any team, especially this team whose whose center is the defense, and the center of this defense right now is the defensive backfield. These guys all need to be a serious cohesive unit this season for this team to have the success that I predicted that they would have. 11-6.
You said 11-6. Did you say 11-6 before?
I did. I've been on 11-6.
Hmm.
I'm surprised Claire hasn't written this down. She writes everything down.
I know. I am actually surprised. I will go back through my notes because I've got a sandwich bet. As listeners of A Clare Perspective will know,
Yeah,
I have a sandwich bet with my
with
lovely
your
assistant
partner.
Chudders.
What is it? Chudders or
Chudders
cheddars?
Chudders from Manchester.
Okay, Chudders from Manchester. Hey,
Yeah.
Chud, what's up?
Um.
Do you know what you guys tell Claire in the chat room what a chud is here in the United States?
Moot point. But if they
Okay.
win any more than 10,
Yep.
yeah, 10 is the line, so 10 is a draw. But
So
more
the
than
over
10
under is a
wins.
10.
Yeah. So
And
less than 10, I have to buy him a sandwich, and more, he has to buy me a sandwich. But we're
what
going to
kind of
end up.
sandwich?
I don't know. But
You
this is
don't
the
know?
thing. We're doing it season long.
Okay.
So I
Yep.
reckon that by the end of the season, I'm going to be on the hook for
Well,
several sandwiches. So,
I think
so it'll be a dinner.
it should be a number of sandwiches. For every win,
It will.
you should get a sandwich. You should get a sandwich for every single win, and he should get a sandwich for
Oh,
every single
wow.
loss.
Oh, let's see
Yeah,
how he
it could
feels
be a
about
weekly thing. Come on, Judd, step up, step up.
We don't live close enough to each other to make that work. But anyway, that's the moot point.
Okay.
But yeah, so ACP listeners would know that. So yeah, I'm in the sort of. I was in the 10-7, but I ended up bumped to the 11-6. So we shall see. Mark also asks a question because we're going to move this along now because this
Okay.
is just move it along, move it along from Jack Jones and all that kind of drama. I do want to touch on some other June drama, but it's not Patriots drama, so we'll go back to that in a minute. Mark also asked, "What is the stupidest thing you've done in an airport?"
Oh, that's really, really good. I fell asleep in Chicago's O'Hare Airport, and I woke up to now. It's not stupid, but I woke up
Let us
to.
debate that.
Okay, yep, you guys can debate. When I woke up, I was sitting next to my ex. I was asleep next to my ex. She saw me on the chairs, and she came over and she started like playing with my hair and shit. And that's how I woke up. That's the funniest story I have. I don't think I've really done anything stupid in an airport. Y- I've never lost luggage. I've never tried to sneak anything through.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is how dumb it
I don't
is.
think
Why
I've
would
done.
you? It's
Yeah.
an
Why would
airport. Of
you?
all the places to do stupid things, the
Yep.
airport is not one of them.
There you go. Yeah, exactly, Chris. Stupid, no. Freaky as hell, yes, it was. It really was, and I was just glad that I was not traveling with my wife.
I'll bet. Yeah. So I can't answer the question because
Yeah, it's actually the girl I went to prom with. I went to one of my proms with. I went to well, it was her prom. It was at Mercy High School, the all girls Catholic school here in town. And and yeah, I hadn't seen her in like 15 years. And there I was. I woke up and it was what, huh? Really? Amy? What the fuck are you doing here?
And next time on A Story of Thomas Murphy, we will we'll bring her on.
Yeah. No, next week I'll tell you all about the two times that I met Paul Newman.
I'm not here next week. That's not fair.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll tell it later.
Tell everybody. You can tell everybody else next week. So, oh yeah, scheduling information for anyone listening. Claire will be on vacay. I'm out on vacay for a few weeks, so you won't see me on one Patriots Place for a few weeks.
Buddy, I'm gonna need the start recording button on my account. If you're still here and you're not, shoving a microphone into a unconvicted
if he's
criminal,
not chasing down
innocent until proven guilty.
Anyway,
we're
going to move on because it just feels too much. We had other questions.
Well, what about yours? What's the stupidest thing you ever did? You don't get away with this. This isn't Question Murph.
It is.
Sorry, my mistake.
Joel, don't get us in trouble saying things like Buddy's in court. That's horrible. And Chrissy's questioning if I am actually allowed a vacation.
Yes.
Yeah, because you do not know how hard I work.
Right. All the vacation she wants. All of
Thank
it.
you.
All of it. Yeah, Mike Diabate's going to sit in for Claire for a couple of shows, and I think I'm going to try to get Steve.
This pretty face,
this not so pretty
back
face in here.
Is going to be replaced with a pretty face. Is what I meant to say. This not so pretty face will be replaced with a pretty face. Is where I meant to go with that one. So I apologize. Wrong way around. So yeah, Chris. Thanks very much. I am on vacation.
Thinking about now. I'm just thinking about Diabate and drag, and that's just God, man. I'm glad I have
Dude, what is wrong with you today? Really? Really? What is wrong with
Lack
you?
Of
I say today, actually.
No REM sleep. None. I had no REM sleep last night.
We did have another question from a lovely listener / viewer, because I'm not sure if he listens on pod or views us, but Jesse from somewhere in Pat Station. Why is it historically that the Patriots can't draft wide receivers? Is the system too difficult?
All right.
Or are they drafting the wrong guys for the system? Now, this is how hard I work. I have a list. In 2023, they took a wide receiver in the 6th round.
Right.
In 2022, it was the 2nd round. In 21, it was the 7th. In 2020, they took none. In 2019 was the 1st round N'Keal Harry situation.
N'Keal Harry, yeah.
2018, 6th round, Braxton Berrios. 2017, they didn't draft a wide receiver. 2016, round
Malcolm
4,
Mitchell.
And round 7, Devin Lucien, is it?
Okay. Hold on. Let's stop there. Let's stop there. Now, we talk about the Patriots not being able to draft. Malcolm Mitchell was one hell of a freaking wide receiver, and I do not hold a player's body breaking down on him and putting him in the bust or miss column. Okay, keep going.
But you're saying, but he was in the 4th round. However good or bad it was or wasn't, whatever.
Still in the 4th
round. Then 2015, they didn't take any. 2014, again, round 7. 2013, round 2 with Aaron Dobson and round 4 with Josh Boyce. Dobson was in New England for 3 years, and he's now a coach, which I found very interesting. So, to be honest with you, in the last decade, they have taken a single wide receiver in a round that I feel like is significant. Really. I know you could say the 2nd round, so granted, they've taken 2 in the 2nd round and 1 in the 1st round in the last decade. So I think, to be fair, that answers your question. It kind of isn't really the system too difficult or them drafting the wrong guys. Because
it has to do with where the Patriots are drafting and people getting upset that they're not going up to draft for these weapons. All right. They're not moving up in the draft. If you're going to get a game-changing wide receiver, he's going to have to come in the first 15 picks of a draft, of any draft. All right, and people keep bringing up other wideouts that were taken after this guy or after that guy. What the hell have they done? Okay, where are their Super Bowl trophies? Where are their rings? Where are the mind blowing stats coming out of Seattle for these guys? It's the NFL draft is the biggest crapshoot in the history of the world. Okay, and it happens every single
Of
year.
the
And
world.
yep, and what you end up doing is so dependent on what people do in front of you. It's and your personal needs. Yeah, I'll give you the fact that N'Keal Harry was a total bust, okay, and the fact that everybody forgot that they don't play defense out there in the Pac-10, and that's why he looked so great. I had to talk myself into liking that draft pick after they made it, and I did a good job of it. I really did. I went and watched all the film that I could, and he looked fantastic. It just did not translate here, whether it was injuries, not getting on the same page, not fitting in, not putting the work in. I'm not sure. It just didn't work out. But the fact of the matter is, the Patriots don't spend a lot of draft stock on these type of players. They're the guys that Bill feels like he can go out and find. He needs to go out and find um, Wes Welker. He does it. He needs to go out and find. He needs to create a wide receiver. He does it by drafting Wes Welker. I mean, yeah, uh, by drafting a quarterback in the fifth round or the
No,
seventh
wasn't it?
round, and it
Idiot.
ends up being Julian Edelman. So, that's the way he thinks. That's his mentality. He can find somebody to go out there and catch these passes. And the other end of that argument is everybody saying now, well, you don't have Tom Brady, so it doesn't matter. I think Wes Welker and Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola would still have been very good wide receivers with Mac Jones as their quarterback. I think Mac Jones would be a much better quarterback if they had any one of those three players. And Bill's out there looking. He's just not going to spend a first round pick on it. If he's going to do it, it's going to be on a shutdown corner. It's going to be on an offensive lineman, or it's going to be on a defensive tackle. That's just the way he goes about the draft. And I don't blame him. And it's worked really well. He was the first guy to shun taking running backs in the draft. And another thing is where they're picking every single year. For 20
Yeah.
years, they were picking at the very bottom of the first round. And what you need to do at the very bottom of the first round is not only take the guy that you think will fit your system, but more often than not, you would already be taking the fifth wide receiver in that draft, or the fourth running back in that draft, or the fifth cornerback or linebacker taken in that draft, while everybody was ignoring the offensive and defensive lines. And Bill went out and got the best player that was there that he needed.
See, the thing is, what you're looking at is you're taking N'Keal Harry as really the only
Right.
example. You're taking him as an example of at the end of Tom Brady's career, so moving into a system without Tom Brady, and
Which
you're
nobody thought of.
and you're solely putting it on one guy, and they missed on him. Granted, they picked the wrong guy, but you're using one example as
Right.
the example. If he'd have done really well and had been in a super duper success, would you say that Bill Belichick is totally awesome at drafting wide receivers in the first round? Because no, you'd say, oh, well, there's only one. How can you compare? You're looking at one
Right.
example.
You have
So
to you have to go back to
it's either or,
Dobson.
really. You can
You know.
always turn it to, and like you said, the 2 to 6 guys love to turn things around to how it
Right.
suits them, that sort of thing. So yeah, we've had a question actually in the comments from Chris, which is quite an interesting one actually. Going into 2023, who is under pressure the most? Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, or Nick Caserio?
Ooh.
Blind squirrel nut. Thanks, Chris.
Well, yeah. That's a really good. Do you have an answer for that? You
Yeah,
want to jump in?
but I'm a bit of a homer. I don't think it's Bill Belichick.
No.
I don't think it's I think it's Josh McDaniel. If any of them, I don't know if any of
Yeah.
them are under that much pressure actually, but if it's any of them, I would say it was McDaniel's.
Right.
Because Belichick, I don't see it the way some people
I
see it of he
I
needs to
completely
prove
agree.
that kind of thing. McDaniel's is the only one who had he just didn't have a very good start, but there was talk. Now I only say talk. There's only rumors. There's only speculation that they kind of only kept him because of the money. If they weren't tied in money wise, then he might not have even been kept, sort of thing. But again, speculation,
Right.
hearsay sort of thing. So for
Yeah,
me, I
I
think
think
it's
they
McDaniel's.
yeah, I
If
think
any
it's
of them.
McDaniels too. I think their Nick is going to have the time to turn things
Mm,
around there and use those draft picks that he smartly got.
yeah.
Um, and make a few good decisions. I really don't think McDaniels is under a lot of pressure. I think no matter what, unless they completely bottom out and end up with a 3-14 record, that he's going to end up back in the system looking for a new job next year. That's just the way it is right now. He's got a very lucrative contract that he
Yeah.
signed out there in Oakland. I don't think they're going to walk away from that. I think they understand that it takes time to change a culture, and they're going to give him the time to do that. And Bill's not on any hot seat at all. He's not.
No, I don't think so.
It's just another 2 to 6 talking topic. What can we get an hour out of today? How can we
Yeah.
spin this to make Bill look bad?
Hmm.
And that's it. So no, I don't think any of them are on a true hot seat. But I would be with Claire that McDaniels is under the most pressure to get something done. Was this year 3? He's year 2 or 3?
2.
2.
No.
No.
Yeah, 2. I had to work it out because I know Mac Jones is on his 3rd year, but he had
Right.
McDaniel's for 1
Right.
year,
For
and he
one.
had
Right.
whatever for the 2nd, and now he's got Bill O'Brien for the 3rd.
Right.
So yeah.
So this is just his 2nd year, and it's going to end up working out. It's going to end up
Mm,
working out. I have complete faith because Josh learned a lot from his first time in Denver as to what not to do, not to walk around trying to emulate Bill Belichick, because only Bill Belichick can do that. And a lot of other coaches have come to that realization over the past couple of years. Some of them are coaching our special teams units right now.
actually,
And
yeah, go on. Because it's off season, we can go here, there, and everywhere. What do you think? How do you feel about Joe Judge still being there?
I'm happy. I don't have an issue with it. I really
No.
don't. I really don't. You're off there with the special teams people. Go off there
Hmm.
with the special teams people and figure that out. Joe Judge is an excellent special teams coach. He really is. Last year he got thrust into something that he didn't know how to do, and it was evident when he was the head coach of the Giants.
Mm.
But no, I have no problem with him down on the lower field working with special teams. None.
But what about
He'll
all
have no.
the
Don't care.
no? All
Nope.
the reports of all the
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
unrest
Everybody.
that he
Everybody
causes,
hates
if you
me.
like.
Don't care. Don't care. He's a
Hmm.
football coach. He's not supposed to be loved. He's supposed to be
No, but
listened to.
there's loved and there's like
Despised. Get
no,
over
just
it.
that he seems to cause negative issues. I mean, I'm okay with a hard ass for a coach. In fact, I'd
Hmm.
want one. Although the Finns coach, he's quite funny, makes me laugh. But I'm all for the Bill Belichick way,
Hmm.
the hard ass way, the do your job, the no
Yep.
days off, the you get paid millions,
Right.
get to work. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with a hardcore coach. She says because I never had to experience one. But yeah, but I'm not cool with a screaming on the sidelines, causing negativity in the locker room, which is what I understand. Now, I wasn't in the locker room. I'm only
Right.
going from what I have
That's
read
a
and what
hard
I've
ass
seen
coach.
reported. Yeah, I'm only going by what's been said, what's been reported. He doesn't seem so much like a hard ass coach as more of a screecher. And I don't know if
Hmm.
that's really needed. But yeah. Patricia did more damage to his reputation than Judge. I don't know
Yeah,
if I agree
he
with that.
did because I agree, Chris. I really do. I agree. But Patricia again was pushed in a direction that he had no business being pushed
Oh
into,
yeah.
and he did a terrible job. He didn't handle it well at all. Matt Patricia is more is what's the phrase that I'm looking for? He cares more about people's opinion of him as to who's in charge here than to actually taking charge and putting the work in and not allowing people to question him because okay, we know that's right. Because what he was telling people were he was telling seasoned veterans how to do their job who'd been doing their job for a decade or more and knew more than he did. Okay, if I'm Brown and Matt Patricia is telling me how to block the guy in front of me, I'm laughing because I know the technique that he's trying to teach is wrong. It's something that he watched on a YouTube video. It's like a little league coach. Um, Sits there, watches a bunch of YouTube videos, and then goes to practice and tries to tell the head coach who's been doing this for 30 years, I saw this on a YouTube video yesterday. This is the way we no, go away.
See, I love this because I have a different opinion of it to you.
Okay.
From what you've just said and stuff like that. But we don't know. But that's the thing. We're forming opinions on dripped information that we're given through social media.
Okay.
And it's just amusing how different people can form different opinions.
Yeah.
Type thing. Oh, I thought someone was telling me to sit up straight. We just had a comment in the thing, and thought I was being told to sit up straight. So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What? What did I was like? Oh, I'm slouching. Oh, I'm sorry."
No,
sorry.
but no, Lee is right. When Patricia was the head coach out in Detroit, and he went into the press room and there are press guys there because there are only four. It's a huge room and there are four guys there covering the Detroit Lions. It's not like here where there's 74 different guys in the press room begging Stacey James for credentials. And he had his feet up and he walks in and hey, sit up straight, get your feet up thing. Blah, 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 blah. Who the hell are you? Shut up. I'm sitting here doing my job. Answer my questions. That's it. That's all you have to do. No, Chris is absolutely right.
That was Lee. But anyway, we're going to move it because this is just, I knew this would happen. And this is what I was concerned about with this episode is it would turn into Murph's rants. The rantings of Thomas Murph Murphy, Esquire, episode 1.
I'll just sit here in a corner. It's okay. I'm put in a corner.
Is that how I get rid of you? Oh no, he's back. Okay. People wonder why I have to go on vacay, man. Oh my god. No, I'm joking. We talked about it was about drama. I wanted to talk about drama because I heard about it on around the NFL this morning. The June drama for the Bills. Now we all know how much disdain I have for the Bills,
right?
In regards to the Stephon Diggs thing, and I love it because McDermott was all like, "Oh, I'm concerned he's not here. Yes, I'm very concerned he's not here." To which a few days later it was, "Oh, he had an extended absence that turned out to actually be excused, so it was accepted." And it's like,
yeah,
you've got Josh Allen saying how he could do better to help him, and it's like, when other people have drama, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
When the Patriots have drama, it's like, oh my god, the Patriots. Yeah. It's like what you said at the beginning of the show with Jack Jones, and it's Bill's fault, and he's just harboring.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a dude that just didn't turn up, and then the head coach doesn't even know what's going on. The head coach is saying, "I'm very concerned," and then the head coach is saying, "Oh, actually, it was an excused absence."
Yeah, it was excused.
Someone telling you in his ear.
That's it. Let's move on. It was excused. Yesterday at this time, I was very concerned about it, and we haven't heard from him. But today it was excused. So let's move on. Thank you, Bills Mafia. We'll be moving on to something else now. But no, I didn't hear. I knew this was gonna come. This is the reason that that Stephon Diggs was traded from Minnesota to begin with.
Yeah.
We all know that I am not a Josh Allen fan. I think Josh Allen is. I keep saying that nobody believes his own press as much as Josh Allen, and right now I'm just sitting back and I'm loving it. I am. I'm truly loving it. From what I'm hearing, Diggs wants more input into the offense, how it's run, and what it's done.
Yeah.
And you can't do that. You can't. I have coaches. You are players. Yes, I get the opinion of my quarterback, and that's it. This is not a democracy. Okay, this is the NFL. All right, we don't sit down in a room and say, well, hey guys, what plays do you want to run this week?
Hold on, no. Hold on. Same division. Aaron Rodgers just dictated the Jets' whole team with who
Right.
they picked up
And
and who
watch
they
what happens
didn't.
there. And
I
watch
can't.
what
Yeah,
happens
I'm.
there.
This is everybody's predicting. Everybody, apologies. Many people are predicting
Hmm.
or saying at the moment that the Patriots are fourth in the division,
Right.
and I'm like, yeah, let's wait
Yeah.
until the
Let's
season
just see.
starts and it implodes in New
Hmm.
Jersey with Aaron Rodgers.
And Miami,
I'm going to eat that
and
with
up
a
there, and
damn
up there
spoon.
in Orchard Park. Okay. By the time that new stadium gets built, it's over, and it's going to be another 20 years of mediocrity for the Bills. It's this is what happens. Josh Allen for
Who's got a
all
new
the
girlfriend?
oh well, okay.
He's dating. I heard it on Patriots Unfiltered. Actually, he's dating an actress, a pretty actress. So they're hoping that he gets really distracted. That's something I wanted to ask you. I knew there was a question I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh. It's the off season. We don't need to
Right.
we don't need to ebb and flow on this show. We can
No.
go all over the darn place.
Yeah.
On Patriots Unfiltered, Fred Kirsch said that he
Who?
was kind of hoping
Fred?
yeah, he was
Okay.
kind of hoping that the Bills imploded, kind of thing.
Hmm.
And they were saying, let's not hope for our rivals' demise, but for us to succeed. And I'm like, no, I agree with Fred.
No.
I
Right.
want the Patriots to
Who said
succeed.
that?
But I also they were just talking about it. All
Okay.
the guys on the show were talking about it, and I'm with Fred. I'm kind of like, yeah, I hope that the Jets
No.
and the Bills
Right.
and all that implode, and I hope that the Patriots do really well. I don't hope that the Patriots do well just because they all implode, but I do
Right.
hope that they all implode because they're the sworn enemy to me. I
Right.
hate the Bills. I hate the Finns. I haven't got the hatred for the Jets because I don't have the history as
Right.
a lot of you guys do. But now they've got Aaron Rodgers, so they did add to my despisation of them, if that's even a word, because
Hmm.
I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. And I did see an amazing thing on social media the other day that made me laugh, even though I know that Tom Brady isn't a Patriot anymore, that Aaron Rodgers has got the same amount of Super Bowl or less Super Bowl rings than Tom Brady has retirements. And I thought that was the most amazing thing.
Thank you for saying
that.
that while I wasn't sipping on soda.
Oh, it's okay. I legitimately love that. I thought it was wonderful. And because I really don't like Rodgers. So now I actually do hate all of our divisional rivals because I have a reason to hate them all now.
Right.
So that's fun. So I reckon the Patriots are going to be first in the division. So yes, I really, yeah.
But no, I want the Bills to implode. I do, and it's
How can
more
you not?
for the fact of their insipid fans than anything else that are hanging their hats on 3 straight division titles. Do you know what we do with division titles in New England? They're paperweights.
Do we
They're
wipe our butts at
paperweights. Right. It's ridiculous. It's moronic. And they do, and this team is already regressing. It is already going backwards. All right. I said this 2 years ago to the fans and the media of Buffalo that wait until you run into cap issues and your talent walks out the door for more money. Wait until you start getting drained of your coaching staff. And then, if you can survive and keep winning after that, then sure, we can talk. But they're already going backwards. They made it to an AFC title game and lost. Last year they got to the division round and lost.
Well, that's
And
why he's so annoyed because they
yeah,
keep losing when it kind of counts. Do you not think though that this really this is something else that popped into my head when I sort of made a note of this to talk about? The whole diva wide receiver. You can kind of see why Bill moves away from, or kind of not moves away from it, but shies away from it, maybe because diva wide receivers, as great as they are on the field, all this off-field crap is just, you just don't want it as a team. You don't need this off-field drama.
Right.
Seeps in so much that it just taints it. So
you know, it is. It's terrible. I mean, you go back and, you know, did Kansas City last year actually have a diva wide receiver? You know, I mean, is Kittle a diva wide receiver? Maybe. You know, the Rams in 13, you know, they had a diva wide receiver, but he wasn't on the field when they won it. You know, and then you just go back and back and back. You know, Tampa Bay didn't really have a diva. They had good wide receivers. I don't know. I guess you could call Brown a diva wide receiver. You know, and then again,
Antonio Brown? No.
yeah, no,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's definitely a diva wide receiver.
Yeah, he's definitely a diva wide receiver. But in third, you know, then you go back to the Patriots winning. Nope, no diva wide receiver. Philadelphia when they when they beat no diva wide receiver. Again, New England, no diva. You're going to hear me saying New England an awful lot here, people. Denver, back in 16. It's just, you know, the diva wide receiver is not a cure all for your team when it comes to winning championships and in the playoffs. Yeah, it's fun for your fans when they're drafting their fantasy team, but other than that, it's there's no real upside to it. All right, we are no longer. I mean, we talk about a wide open offensive system. It's no longer the time of Swan and Stallworth. You know, that's gone. That's history. All right. My favorite quote from Tom Brady of all time is when he was asked, "Who's your favorite wide receiver?" and he said, "The open one."
Open one. Duh.
Okay, and that's all you need. You need to scheme things up and get guys open and have a quarterback that is talented enough to see that, focus on that, and not placate your 18 or 20 million dollar a year wide receiver by throwing him the ball every single time.
Yeah, I don't like that. I admit, as much as I don't like the Bills, as much as, you know, that kind of thing, I really don't like that Josh Allen is having to stand up there as the representative of the team, because that's who the quarterback is supposed to be, really. Standing up there saying, I could do better, like, for him. Basically, I could throw the ball to him. It's a team sport. It's not a two-man sport. I don't like that as much as I don't like that he's having to do that. I don't like that he's having to do that. I think that's just really
disingenuous.
I just don't like it that he's having to do that. That Diggs is putting his kind of team representative in the position that he's got to stand there and say,
and
"Oh yeah,
him.
it's on me." Yeah, it's really icky. And we've had
right. He's up there deflecting criticism from where it should go.
Yeah.
You know, and it's awful, and it is. I'm loving it. I'm sitting here. My inner child is giggling and falling over. I'll tweet it out later about watching this team freaking fall apart in front of our eyes. And, you know, for everything that you did, I mean, Minnesota's better off.
Lee says the older Josh Allen gets, the less he'll put his body on the line. They're going to regress even more if he becomes Cam Newton trying to play like Peyton Manning. Very good comment there, Lee.
Excellently. Excellent. I should ask you to come on and be a substitute for Claire while she's on vacation.
He's just gonna do like host bingo and just
whoever, there we go.
Whoever arrives.
We'll just send the link out to everybody.
We need to do a competition so that you can win the opportunity to sit here and talk to Murph.
God, that's awful. That's
why everybody loves you, Murph. That's what you tell me off air all the time.
I'm beloved.
See, I'm
a nice person. That's why people like me and Butchie.
Everybody loves me.
Yeah, somebody asked the question. It was probably Chris Joel who needs to draft the Butchie.
I avoided it because I didn't want the whole show, with no disrespect to Butchie, I didn't want the whole show to be Murph
it's the Red
complimenting
Sox.
Butchie's show, to be honest
Yeah,
with
the
you.
Red Sox
So,
need to. That's it. I just wanted to get that in there because it was a really nice question. The Sox need to get the Butchie signed. That's it. We'll take care of the Tristan Cassis problem. Take care of pitching woes. We got no we. Yeah, I've got the answer, people, and
and
he'll play for food money.
Football show, folks. Football show. Unless you,
Yep.
in case you didn't know.
Chris loves you.
However,
Put that up there.
yeah, but he loves you. He loved you first. So
here's Joel has a good comment over here. I'd like a diva cornerback over a diva wide receiver. Damn straight.
I kind of feel like we've already got that, and we're already in the mess that we're in this off season with that problem.
And diva
quarterback
quarterback
today.
diva cornerbacks try to carry Glock 9s onto plane film at 11.
I think we already have that problem. Okay. Joel asks, which AFC East opponent has the greatest downside? I'm thinking that's supposed to be if their QB goes down. Oh, so basically, which AFC East opponent has the worst backup? I suppose is another way of phrasing that question. I assume. Yeah. I think that's how I'm reading it. You're googling the backups. I can see because I can tell by the way you're looking at your screen. Because I don't know,
and I'm trying to figure. I'm really not sure. You know, off the top of my head, though. I mean, you know, before I looked down in Google because I did.
Probably the Bills.
It's probably
but,
no.
But the Jets will have Wilson as their backup, won't they? Are you playing Aaron Rodgers or are you playing Zach Wilson?
Right.
Are you playing the Cougar lover? I mean, you know, that's not great going from that to that.
Anytime Zach Wilson walks onto a football field, it's bad for their team and good for the other.
I wonder if some women will start throwing. You know how women throw their pants on their knickers on stage to like Tom Jones and all that. I wonder if Zach Wilson gets that from no.
Gets granny panties thrown at him.
Granny panties. I love it. I've got to admit, the one thing that I'm going to miss about him not playing for the Jets is being able to make these kind of jokes because I really make myself laugh.
You know, Miami has picked up White in the offseason. The Bills have Kyle Allen and Matt Barkley back there. I'm not sure, you know, how that shakes out, but yeah, it's got to be Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson is trash.
See, I don't know though, because the drop from at least Zach Wilson knows their system. I think with the Bills,
does he though?
Well,
you know,
yeah, but you're being biased because you hate him. Let's be honest right now. You're being biased because you don't like him. I think the talent drop would be the most significant for the Bills.
I think the Patriots are. How about this? I think the Patriots, if everybody lost their starting quarterback, the Patriots would have the best quarterback in the AFC East.
Yeah, but you're selling that like it's a good thing, and actually, that just makes it sound that Mac Jones is a bit mediocre because I
don't think Mac Jones is mediocre at all. I just think that Bailey Zappi could step in and do a decent job. I don't think that Zach Wilson can. I don't think that Mike White could run the offense that Miami wants to run down there. I don't think that. I think that he would end up running for his life in.
Was he the Jets quarterback?
Yep.
Was he the Jets backup?
He was the Jets quarterback last year.
Yeah, I thought so.
He wasn't, and they came and they took him. They took him.
He wasn't tragic. But Joel thinks it's the Dolphins because he thinks that the Jets, Bills, and Patriots have a good defense or have a great defense.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just thinking quarterback. I wasn't looking at, you know,
it's a fair
the
point.
Entire I was just ranking the backup quarterbacks, and the Patriots have the best backup quarterback, and the Jets have the worst.
I'm going with Bills personally, but that's because I haven't got the serious bias that you have got over Zach Wilson. Although I don't think he's very good, to be honest with you. I think for me it's more the Bills because I think more of the
Yeah.
Did you have any questions, Murph? We had lots of questions from lovely people. Yeah, did you?
No, I don't. I've got nothing. I came in here, you know, expecting to give this all to the chat room and to, you know, you.
See, this is how hard I work. People don't realize. I am the glue that holds this show together.
Right. I have a all right. I do have a question, Claire. Out of this year's draft class, okay, who
Mhm.
do you think makes the quickest impact on this Patriots team?
The quickest him. I think it's probably going to be Gonzalez because I think he's going to be the starter the
Okay,
fastest. I think, particularly now we've got the Jack Jones issue as well. Now we've got that possible gap. I
okay,
think he has to. I know that White and Mapu, there's yeah, they could be very impactful. I think the soonest, the
right,
most NFL ready is probably Gonzalez, and
sure.
also the biggest gap really for the Patriots. To be honest with you. Now, one of the lower guys could work really hard. I mean, I know that we've seen some good stuff out of kind of a lot of them in
Hmm.
kind of OTAs and stuff like that. But I think it's given Gonzo is a given. I'm sorry, I'm
Right,
just seeing the chat move up really quickly.
right.
I don't know what's going
W-
on. What are they all talking about?
they're
Oh,
talking.
I'm a
Well,
Brit stick. Oh, it means I'm the glue. Okay, I thought Chris was calling me a weird name, but he's not. He means I'm glue. Yeah.
oh, Pritt. I thought that said Pratt. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that wasn't
what's going
nice.
on? No,
That
why
wasn't
is
nice.
everybody being
Why
mean?
is Claire Pratt? That's one of
Well,
the little slang things that I got there. And no, I'm gonna agree with Chris. Uh, there's little to no chance that they grab Dalvin Cook right
I
now. Dalvin Cook is a quantity back. He's a guy that would demand a lot of touches, and I think we've got that guy. I
yeah,
really do.
yeah. There's really no need to worry about it and start kind of messing with money and stuff like that. I think to be my favorite, I know you didn't ask me, but my favorite draft pick I think that I'm waiting to see is the punter. I can't wait to see the punter out there, Beringer. Well, I love me
Really?
some special teams and stuff. I do.
Yep.
What can
I
I say?
know. I know.
I can't ask you
But
the question because you already answered as well. I think it's too much of a given because he was such a high round draft pick, for one of a better phrase. I think it's and especially now with the Jack Jones thing, I just think it's too much of a given,
yeah.
really, for the
Yep.
cornerback situation because they were in need and that's why they drafted him. That sort of
Right.
thing.
And
So,
but I don't think that he's going to make the biggest impact on this
no.
team. I do believe that it's going to be Mapo.
Hmm.
I think this kid is going to be used in such a variety of ways right out of
Mm.
the gate because
Oh,
that's
you
how
think
good
so?
I think. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're going to
See,
see
I
him play.
thought Gonzo was going to
You're
be
going to
the like out the
Yeah.
gate kind of
Oh, no,
guy,
no,
but
no.
you think
He's
Mapu?
gonna
Oh,
be out
okay.
there. He's the starter.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no
yeah,
doubt
yeah,
about it that he's the
yeah,
starter. But what Mapo is going to be able to do, what Mayo is going to be able to do with
mm,
Marty Mapo, I
yeah,
think is going to make a quicker impact on the psyche of New England
yeah.
than Gonzalez is. Gonzalez is
That's
going to go
fair.
out there and people aren't going to throw the ball that way.
Mm,
That's what's going to
yeah.
happen because he's going to be in everybody's hip pocket. Gonzalez is not a pick six guy. He's
No.
not that guy that's going. He's going to be in somebody's pocket and making sure the ball doesn't go there. He's not for lack of a better. He's not Jack Jones. He's not the guy that's going to leave his man, step in front of somebody else, and run it back the other way on Aaron Rodgers like he did last year. One of four people who have
Oh,
thrown a pick six, who've had a pick six against Aaron Rodgers in his entire career. Um, but
I just got
it
very excited then. Sorry to
oh
interrupt you.
ooh
I just got very excited then by the realizing that I'm going to see Aaron Rodgers get sacked by like hopefully Lawrence Guy and
yeah,
such.
yeah.
Hopefully, anyway.
Yep,
I cannot wait.
I
I'm
want to
putting it
see
out there.
Marty Mapo blitz up the middle,
This is it.
and
Yeah.
just ruin him, just end him. You
Oh,
know,
yes.
God, if there was any way to get me, I didn't think that there was a way to make me hate the Jets more than I do
Uh-huh.
because the
Okay.
Jets are right there at the top.
Uh-huh.
Um, but no, putting discount double choke on that freaking team and his overrated arm and Hail Mary freaking um, legacy and the Jets has kicked it up. It has raised the level of gamma to
Mm.
unreal heights that we have not seen since Mark Gastineau.
I hope that the Lawrence Guy thing gets sorted. and I hope that he does come back, because I cannot tell you the level of excitement that the tingles, I'll be honest, I'm throwing it out there, it's going to get tingly when Lawrence Guy sacks Aaron Rodgers and then does the guy spank. I will be very, very happy. We've had 2 questions, and I'm sorry, but this is like, first Joel asks, what past Patriot would you compare to Gonzalez to? I think it's way too early to tell. We haven't seen him play an NFL game.
I really can't go there, bud. I really can't.
This is, I'm sorry, guys. Who are you pre-training camp Super Bowl picks? That's crazy as well. I apologize, guys. I appreciate the comments and everything, but
the Patriots and the 49ers
season. It's the off season. It's not even the off season now. It's like off. Where is the season?
It's the void season. We're in void season right now.
It's just, if
void.
we didn't have the Jack Jones thing to open the show with to discuss initially, I'm not sure how we would have opened the show, to be honest with you.
I would have done a little chair dance.
We probably, all we would have had was the question from Jesse about wide receivers, and then we would have had to have gone into like movie references, or what's your favorite song, or what's your favorite snack, or what's your favorite ice cream topping. We would have had to have
those are the questions that I was expecting from this crew.
We would have had to bust those ones out, really.
Yeah, my favorite song is "Shine On You Crazy Diamond" by Pink Floyd. Huh? Yeah, you know, and
I forget how much older than me you are.
My favorite ice cream is a toss up between strawberry, but it has to be real strawberry ice cream, not just pink flavored strawberry ice cream, and chocolate chip. And my favorite movie of all time is The Godfather.
I wasn't expecting answers to these questions.
Those are the answers. Those are the questions that I predicted we were going to get.
Okay. And what color is your underwear? But we already know, so let's not go there again.
Red.
Lee's comment was he want to sign Sue just so he can flatten Rodgers.
No.
I tell you who's interesting, and I can't remember his name now. Damn it. I talked about it on another show. I don't even know which show. This is why I need a vacation. Too many shows. I need a vacation.
Yeah.
The guy that's been out of the league, DJ something.
DJ who?
Fluker.
Oh, Fluker.
Yeah.
Frau Fluker.
I haven't seen anything about that actually since then. Have you?
No.
Oh, okay. If they'd had him in for a workout or anything like that, I'm interested to see, because the O-line concerns me. Yep. This is one of those serious moments of it concerns me greatly.
Mm-hmm. And it does. You know, we could touch on that for a minute. Right now, the what's happening on the offensive line, the fact that we might not have we might not have, you know, a left tackle. I really think that Bill needs to figure out how to make Brown happy.
I have a question.
This goes, but can I finish this one first?
Of course, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Brown came back here under the guise that he was going to be a right tackle and took right tackle money, and then got switched over to the left side, and he's not getting paid left tackle money. You want to inspire this man? Give him a bump. Okay? Add a year to his contract. Do whatever you have to do to get more money in his pocket right now. All right? Not in the form of incentives, in the form of we love you, we believe in you. You're going to be our left tackle. Here's an extra $6 million this year. All right? That's the bottom line with him is pay me. Show me the respect that I deserve. You think I should be a left tackle? Fine, pay me that way.
It doesn't help that he turned up to minicamp. Is it minicamp? Completely late and unconditioned by the sound, from what we understand.
It's minicamp. Okay, I'm not going.
I
don't think he's in any worse shape now than he was last year. So unless you were complaining about what kind of shape he was in last year, I don't want to hear it. I don't. I look at the same giant, doughy, freaking long-armed left tackle that I've seen play here, going back to 2018. It's who he is. It's what he's doing. You know, that it's who he is. That's it.
We're not. I don't think we found a topic that we agree on this, to be honest.
No, that's fine. We don't have to agree on anything.
No, I know this is.
You know, we could totally turn this into he said, she said. Okay, I have no problem with that. That's beautiful. It's fantastic. I hate when people agree with me.
Well, there you go. We might as well wrap it up now, folks. Seeing
Yeah.
as we end on a disagreement.
But Chris, if they go out and sign a left tackle, if they find a left tackle right now, yeah, I would be just fine with moving him to right tackle if that's what made him happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is another episode. A very mixed up, mashed up.
Beautiful.
It
was fantastic. We needed this. We needed to get this out of our system.
This was the randomness. So welcome to the off season, you lovely lot. So this has been another episode of One Patriots Place, brought to you by the E2G Sports Network. Sorry, apologies. By the E2G Sports Network. He has been Thomas Murphy. I have been Clare Cooper. Yes, I am now going on vacation of some sort. So you won't see me for a couple of weeks, but this seat will be filled with some other fantastic people talking Patriots with this man over here. So tune in next time.